In this video, I'll be going over lights for the Mosquito. So first, you can turn on the flashlight by holding left Alt on your keyboard and click L. And there's a flashlight right there. Alright, so next, if you come over to this right side here, there are these switches. So first, you can turn on the gun sight here with the reflector sight switch like that. And you can see there's the gun sight. And you can adjust the brightness by coming, it's kind of awkward to get to. It's under the gun sight. There's a little switch right here, and you can turn it to adjust the brightness. So you can see you make it brighter and darker. So next there's this switch here, UV light. So if you turn this on, it takes a couple seconds to turn on, but once it turns on, you'll see this blue light coming out. And there are these little flashlights around the cockpit, and if you twist it, you can adjust the brightness. So basically how this works is the blue light shines on the gauges and makes them glow green. There's another one right here. You can see I can adjust it like that. So next there is a light over here on the left side of the cockpit. This is the emergency light. So if you turn it on, you can see it makes a really bright light right there. Alright, so next around the cockpit there are a bunch of little light switches. For example, in the pilot seat there are two right here you can see. So this top one adjusts the brightness for the instruments on the left side, and then this bottom one adjusts the light for the compass down here. So let me show you where the other ones are. There are two right here on the right side. This top one adjusts the brightness for the right side instruments, and this one on the right adjusts the brightness for these switches right here. And then if you go to the navigator's seat, you click number 2 on your keyboard. On the navigator's seat, on the right side, there's one over here. And if I turn it on, you can see it illuminates these. Let me get my flashlight out of the way. You can see it illuminates these switches right here. So down here where the radio is, there's a little switch here to dim the radio lights. And the last internal lights are a big dome light back here. So you have to be in the navigator's seat to control it. So click number 2 on your keyboard, and then come back here, and there's a switch right here. When you move this switch, it turns this big dome light on, so it's easy to see the radios back here. And there's also another switch here, and that turns on the lights so you can see your compass back here. So those are all the internal lights. Let's go over the external lights now. So coming back to this switch panel on the right, there's a switch here for the nav lights. If you put it, if you flip it down, it turns on the lights for the wings. So you can see this white light in the back, and the green light on the right wing and the red light on the left wing are the navigation lights. So next we have the identification light. So the identification light is a light on the bottom of the plane. You can choose your color, red, green, or amber with this switch here. Let's put it to red. And let me turn my flashlight on. So you control the ID light with this switch here. Now the left side it says down, it says bottom, and the right it says up. The Mosquito doesn't have an upward ID light, so don't worry. Just worry about the bottom side. So there's 3 positions. If you have it to the 45-degree angle, it turns it off. If you put it all the way sideways to where it says steady, that turns it on. And if you put it all the way up, that puts it in Morse mode. So Morse mode means the light will only turn on when you click this little paddle right here. And the purpose of it is so you can send messages in Morse code to troops on the ground. So I'm going to have it in red mode, and I'm going to turn it to steady so it just stays on, and I'm going to show you it now. So you can see there is the ID light on the bottom. It's the red one. So I'm going to switch it to amber now. I'm going to show you that now it is amber. So next is the resin lights. You flip them on like that. The resin lights turns on these 2 little lights in the back of the wing. I'm gonna turn the navigation lights off so it's easier to see. So those 2 little white lights on the back of the wing are the resin lights. You can actually change the colors of them in the mission editor, which I will show you how to do in a second. Alright, so now we have the navigator headlamp here. This controls a light on the nose. So if it's all the way up, it's off. If you put it down, then it turns it on. You can see that is the light on the nose right now. So if you can actually click it down again, and it will still stay on. I'm not sure why there are 2 modes here. I'm not sure what the difference is. From what I've seen, it seems like there's no difference. They both just turn the light on. So all the way up is off, and the middle and down is for on. And lastly, for external lights are the landing gear lights here. So you just flip them to the right on, like that. And you can see these two lights under the wings here are the landing lights. So I was talking about the resin lamps earlier. So if you click on your plane in the mission editor and you click this 3-dot button, you can see you have resin lights color filter. So you can click that and choose the glass filter you want. So let's just choose green. Now, for some reason, the Mosquito has a bug right now where the resin lights are always white no matter what you set the color to, but hopefully that will be fixed. So that was the lights for the Mosquito. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you later.